Good morning to everyone. In this video, I am going to explain about Kruskal's algorithm to identify the shortest route from source to destination. Previous video, there was an explanation regarding Dijkstra algorithm for identifying the shortest route from source to destination. So Dijkstra also to identify the shortest route from source to destination. Kruskal also to identify the shortest route from source to destination. So there must be a slight difference. If a simple difference should be exist between Dijkstra as well as Kruskal. I'll tell you now what is the main difference between Kruskal's as well as Dijkstra. When we take the Dijkstra single source shortest path and algorithm, first I have to start at the source point. From the source I have to identify the shortest route with another vertex. Then for example, if I have chosen A as my source vertex, from A if I identified the shortest route to another vertex, that is B, then in Dijkstra from B I have to identify the shortest route to another vertex. Whereas in case of Kruskal, it's not like that. I have to start at the source vertex, let it be A. From A to I have to identify the shortest route to any other vertex, let it be B. So I will identify the shortest route from A to B at very first. Then next I have to choose another link, another edge between anywhere in the given graph which has the shortest route. In Dijkstra from B we have to identify the shortest route, but in Kruskal from the given set of vertices we have to identify which vertices have the shortest route. Those route we have to choose. Then again among the given set of vertices and edges, which nodes have the shortest route, we have to choose next. Likewise we have to identify all the shortest route from source to destination. So this is what I have explained. In Kruskal's algorithm is a minimum spanning tree algorithm which takes graph as an input, find the subset of the edges of that graph with which form a tree which includes every vertex, and it has the minimum sum of weights among all the tree that can be formed from the graph. This is also as like Dijkstra. The slight difference is wherever shortest route is available, we have to draw it. So for that, here I am utilizing a scanner utility as well as class name is Kruskal. Because import Java utility scanner, this is used to receiving input from the user, and public class name is Kruskal. Now I am going to get cost of the matrix, source, as well as T represents the travel between source as well as the other vertex. From the user I am going to get all those things. Then scan, I'm defining the function Kruskal, that is scan equal to new scanner of system.en. So first I am going to get number of vertices from the user, then I'll get the adjacency matrix. Usually in both Dijkstra as well as Kruskal, in single source shortest path algorithm, we will give all the diagonal element as a 0, because if we represent diagonal element as 0 in the adjacency matrix, which means that it doesn't have a self loop. If it has a self loop, then it will be represented as 1. So usually we will not give any value for the diagonal. It will be keep it as 0, which means that it doesn't have any self loop. So next I am getting the cost for the given matrix. So adjacency matrix means set of rows and columns will be available. If there is any edge between two vertices, then it will be represented as 1, otherwise it will be represented as 0. So for that I am using so it is a two-dimensional matrix. So for getting the value for the two-dimensional matrix, I am using two different for loop. So that will be the cost for the adjacency matrix. So cost means the edge carry the distance between two vertex. So here next, and also using this adjacency matrix, we can also draw a tree. So for that, int find parent of int v. For each and every vertex, we have to identify the parent node, while s of v is not equivalent to v. Means that I have to choose the source vertex. If the source vertex is not equivalent to vertex, the corresponding vertex, then until that we have to keep on assign all the value to the vertex. So once if we find out the source vertex, then the remaining vertex we have to find out the shortest route. So for that case we are using this. Then I am defining the function. So next I am assigning minimum value is 99, because for each and every edges we have to calculate the total cost. Then we have to sum up all the value, then that will be the result of the Kruskal's algorithm. So if the minimum value is greater than or greater than cost of ij, cost of ij means for the particular rows and columns, then minimum value will be assigned for the cost of ij, because we have to choose always the minimum cost to reach the destination. So if the minimum value is equivalent to 99, then we have to break this and we have to come out from this loop. And if I value and j value are not equal, I value and j value, I represents row, j represents column. If I value and j values are not equal, then t of k0 will be assigned for u, k1 will be assigned for 1, so v. Then some value will be calculated as sum plus minimum. If the same variable which we are using on the left hand side and also using on the right hand side, then it must be initialized, so that some value has been initialized previously. So next time keep on increment the k value as well as the count value. Why I am increment the k value means we are looking for the next vertex distance. So that's what we are looking, we are keep on increment the k value. Then I'm identifying the cost value, cost of u comma v equal to cost of v comma u, which is assigned for 99. Then a tree structure will be printed. Print tree means the entire weight will be added together and it will be displayed here. Then in the subsequent part I am calling that function void print tree. If count is equal to n minus 1, then already we calculated the cost of the spanning tree, those results will be displayed. Then for identifying the cost of each and every vertex, adjacent vertex, we are using the system.out.println t of k of 0 equal to k1. Every edge value will be added with another value, then it will be used to compute the total cost of the given graph. Then we will complete this. Then in the public static void main, under that we are calling that function Kruskal k equal to new Kruskal, and k dot Kruskal means already we defined those function, so the value will be displayed here. So this is the output for this program. So there are 6 vertices I have given. So adjacency matrix 6 by 6 matrix will be given. So then cost of the spanning tree will be computed from source to destination. So the total cost will be added together. With minimum cost we have to take each and every time. Then the total cost of the spanning tree will be displayed as 15. So now I'll execute this program. Now I am going to give the adjacency matrix as an input. The adjacency matrix is a representation of a graph. So here diagonal element will be 0, means that I am not giving any self loop for the given graph. So 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 3, 3, 0, 5. So here, sorry, 3, 5, 0, 3, 5, 0. When you look it into this, all the diagonal will be 0, means that it doesn't have any self loop. So when I execute this, the cost of the spanning tree is 3. The spanning tree will be 0 to 1 and 0 to 2. From the source vertex, it will identify the shortest route to 0 to 1 and 0 to 2. So this is an output for this program. Thank you.